Well, greetings and welcome back to Pluralsight. My name is Bruce McKenzie-Lowe, and you are watching Advanced Troubleshooting Techniques for Windows Server. In this module, we'll talk about resolving hang timeout crashes. I'll show you how non-responsive drivers and devices can cause Windows to crash, and what blue screens you can expect to see. More specifically, I'll cover the different types of hang timeout crashes and what causes them to occur. As you may know, one of the most common timeout bug checks to occur in this category is the User Mode Health Monitor bug check, so I'll cover that in detail. I'll then provide you with several debugging demonstrations, such as how you go about analyzing a Stop 9E, a User Mode Health Monitor bug check. We'll then cover a Stop 133, which is a DPC watchdog violation, and we'll finish up with a Stop FFFE, which is a driver-defined bug check. I'll then provide you with a summary of your learnings. So, in this section, we'll cover the different types of hang timeout crashes. As you may know, Windows tries to detect when things aren't happening in a timely fashion. It will actually take corrective action, even if that means crashing the system. So, there's several causes for hang timeout crashes. Non-responsive device drivers is primarily the main one. Drivers, as you may know, are only given so much time to execute because they operate it at an elevated interrupt request level, or IRQL. They fire off what are known as DPCs, deferred procedure calls, and ISRs, which are interrupt service routines, and all of these routines must complete in a very short period of time. So when things don't respond quickly, the operating system will time out and cause a crash. Performance bottlenecks can also cause the system to bug check, such as running out of RAM or too many threads running. All of these can cause various timeouts, and again, Windows will take corrective action by crashing the system. Finally, we have driver-defined timeouts. These are essentially when the application or the driver determines that a timeout has occurred, and it will cause the system to crash on its own. So I wanted to provide you with the top 3 hang timeout crashes in my opinion. The first being the Stop 9E, or the User Mode Health Monitor bug check. As you may know, this bug check occurs in a clustered environment. Clustering requires the utmost in resiliency, so when things aren't responding in a timely fashion, the cluster will go ahead and crash the system. This could be due to a number of reasons, such as performance issues or communication issues between the cluster nodes, or even non-responsive resources and devices. The net result is that rather than have the system hang and not function as it's supposed to, the cluster service will essentially cause the system to crash. Now, another main hang timeout crash we see is the Stop 101, which is a clock watchdog timeout. I mentioned this last time in remediating hardware crashes that a bad CPU could be responsible for this type of crash. However, it could also be caused by a non-responsive device driver that is not relinquishing the processor, so you may see the occasional Stop 101. Finally, you may see the Stop 133, which is a DPC watchdog violation. As you may know, drivers do a lot of their work at an elevated interrupt request level, so this will block all user processes. Therefore, the operating system doesn't want to see drivers operate at a high IRQL for very long, so it will actually cause the system to crash if it doesn't respond in a timely fashion. This could be caused by a single device driver not responding, or it might be a result of an accumulated time spent across the system at an elevated IRQL.